Om Shanti. The magic of blessings. 8th February 2018, Thursday. Today's blessing is, may you become a successful image, Safalta Murti, and with the special virtue of you first, Pehle Aap, become loved by all. The virtue of making one another move forward, that is the virtue of you first, makes you loved by all. When doing something in the name of God, Paramarth, and in your interaction with everyone, Vyavahar. This is the main virtue of the Father. The Father says, children, you first, Pehle Aap. So follow the Father in this virtue. This is the way to achieve success. Those who love the Father, love the Brahmin family and love world service are the ones who are ever ready. So, Baba is talking about one speciality today. What is that speciality? First, you. You first. Pehle Aap. Sometime back we had discussed about first I. Pehle मैं. There are 2-3 things here. Pehle मैं is one thing. Second is Pehle Aap is another thing. One is Haji, another is Naji. We had even discussed these two also in some of the class in the past. When to say Naji and when to say Haji. So today, Baba is talking about saying you first. So tell me, in this Brahmin life, where we should say Pehle Aap? What are the things where we need to make others go ahead of us? What are those areas? What are the different domains where we should use this maxim, where we should use this word, proverb, Pehle Aap? Yeah? In name and fame, okay. So you do service, you leave no stone unturned to achieve success. You try your level best, but when success comes, it's better let somebody else take the credit. This is a very great renunciation. Pehle Aap, first you in what? In taking the credit. We have done everything. We have gone to all great lengths to achieve the goal. We sweated. We sacrificed our sleep. We gave maximum of our time. And yet when success comes, let somebody else take the share. Or if we are credited by all for that success, let us share that success, credit. This is such a good thing. You know, recently in, I think, Uttarakhand, there was a bus going on and a terrorist attack was there on that bus. And a fire was opened. And that driver who was praised all over India, all over the world so much, because he continued driving, he did not stop. There were fire rounds going on, but he did not stop. He continued rushing the bus. 4 people had died, but he continued rushing the bus and he did not stop. So he was praised by all the media. He was interviewed. But what he said, you know, he said that there was this man sitting and he was encouraging me, keep on driving, keep on driving, keep on driving. And because of him, I did not stop. Otherwise, so many casualties would have occurred. So he shared the credit with that passenger who was just sitting with him. In fact, he would have, in one way, he could have taken all the credit upon himself. Yes, it was my sense of presence of mind that I did not stop and I continued even in that condition. So, Pehle Aap, first in where? Which thing? Whenever there is a success, let others take the credit. Or, if you are credited, you try to share it first. Second, Pehle Aap. Where? When there are limited sources of comforts, Baba says salvation, Baba uses that word, facilities. If there are 3 blankets available and there are 4 people, so let others take. पहले आप in this, in objects, in things, in facilities. Then gifts are being distributed. Everybody is rushing, to get first. Let others take the first. Dadi has come, Dadi has sat, and Dadi is distributing toli. Okay, that is one thing, that we are in hurry. We want to go somewhere. That's fine. But we are not in hurry. We don't want to go anywhere. We have ample of time. But you have seen that vista. Everybody is running. Everybody is rushing. So in accepting gifts, then in toli, then in queue, in row. That row may be for anything. पहले आप in entering some vehicle, bus, train, whatever. These are the very small acts of good manners. Very small acts. In Baba's room, somebody is sitting in Baba's kutia right from 3 o'clock till 4:45. He doesn't want to get up. He doesn't want to give place to anybody else. This is what is your love for Baba. Baba will get very happy to see you doing such powerful yoga while others are sitting and thinking when this guy is going to get up.
But he is making other people get up.
So, there are many things like that. Very subtle things. Subtle acts of good manners. Where we are definitely causing discomfort to others. So, first, pehle aap, first you in what? And let others take the chance. You have had enough. You are already staying here in Madhuban. So, others are coming from far off places. Let them sit, let them have chance, let them sit there wherever you are sitting for such a long time. So that is an act of manner. So, in sitting in Baba's room, one. Next, there are people who can't sit down, but there are people who would be always sitting up. They are young, but there are old people who can't sit. So, better when you make place for somebody. Pehle aap in that. Then you are going in some vehicle. Okay. So it is not that we should sit ahead only always. You can sit behind. If suppose somebody is having a lot of nausea and motion sickness problem, let him sit in front. One more thing, it is not that you always want the window seat. Sometimes you prefer to sit in the middle seat of the car. One is on your right and one is on your left. Even this is a sort of subtle renunciation. You prefer to sit in the middle seat, which is not very comfortable. So that is also, here also you will get little marks for pehle aap. So that is one instance. Then where? In this Brahmin life. Yeah, in food. As we said, toli, in the similar manner, food also. Limited things are there, limited items are there. Let others take first. Even in the row of food, if suppose somebody in hurry, definitely let others take over. It's okay. Just as during flight, you must have seen at airport, okay, there is a big line is there, but somebody's flight is just boarding is just 15 minutes ahead. So what we do? We allow that person to go because he says, I'm just boarding, my flight has come. So we allow that person. But during food, we don't allow. During toli, we don't allow. During receiving gifts, we don't allow. Why? Here, something happens. There, we become a great Samaritan, humanitarian, and philanthropist. It's like altruistic heart we have, magnanimous personality. But here, within the Brahmin family, somewhere we are narrow-minded. Somewhere there is a contraction of heart for small things. So, pehle aap in this. Then, what else? Food, row, speaking, yeah. Speaking. It's not that I have seen once There was a program for which I was called, and I had gone there to one place. The person who was giving introduction, okay, the total time was just for the speaker to speak was about half an hour, but the person spoke for 20 minutes. He kept only 10 minutes for the speaker. He kept on glorifying himself. Sometimes the stage coordinator, they are most of the time are very good, but sometimes it so happens that they take over. They are telling only about themselves, while the other people are just getting less time. So, pehle aap in giving time to others. Let them speak, give them chance. You have been speaking, but let them also have their word. So, pehle aap in speaking. Then, pehle aap in doing something. Action. What actions? Giving lectures, sitting, okay, that is fine. Then, some service. You have been doing some particular service for a long time. Now newcomers have come. Give them also a chance to speak, to do that service. One center brother, he was in center for 40 years. So one day, a new center in charge came. So that sister gave that brother a chance to do a 7-day course. He felt so happy. He said that till now, not a single sister ever gave me this chance of giving 7-day course. First time this new sister came and she told me, you give course. He felt so happy. Because a person feels that I should do all the things. You are keeping all the reins in your hand. You're feeling like this. No, all rights should be with me. You divide this is known as what is that word? You relegate your service. Relegation of your service. You divide your service. You give chance to everybody. You are doing something every day. Okay. Now it is not that you don't want to do it. It's not that you are lazy. But you want that other person also should come ahead. Why this Ayurveda could not progress in India? Because those practitioners of Ayurveda, they kept that knowledge with themselves. They did not give the full knowledge to the successors. Because of that knowledge somewhere became derelict in India, became defunct. It could not go to the same extent it should have gone. Because the person somewhere became swarthi, selfish. How should I give? Suppose you know some art. Okay? You know to make presentation on laptop. Or you know some computer, some software. You don't want to teach that thing to others. Because what you feel? Insecure. Fear is there. Because if I teach that, then that person may take over. You may, probably that person may start doing it better than you. I was told, I did not see, but I was told by one person few days back, he was talking of one Hindi movie. He was saying that in that movie, he even told the name of that movie, I don't know. Sur probably. One movie is there, Sur. So in that movie what happens? There is a great musician, a master. And he is such a perfect in his music, and he is searching disciples who are totally drowned in music, who will be an able disciple, whom he can teach everything what he knows about music. So many people are coming and going, but they are just like after name and fame. They are not really interested in music. And he is the great Sangitagya. One day a lady comes and he finds that she has got some extraordinary abilities. She is as if born in music. So he finds that she is the one for whom he is waiting for. And he teaches her everything about music. But it so happens that she falls in love with him and he also starts loving her. So good relationship happens between two people, a master and disciple. But gradually, then he wants that she should go ahead. But then it happens that she starts becoming more popular. On one side, master and disciple relationship, and on the other side, lover and beloved relationship. But now the third thing is happening. She starts becoming more popular because he only promotes her. And people start liking her. And after a time, he starts feeling jealous, insecure. And then he starts discouraging her. He starts stopping her. That was the movie. And then, but later on he realizes his mistake, and there is a big concert, and then he makes her to sing that song which was about to be sung by him. So it's a good ending. That's what somebody shared with me. So just see, I know something, okay? So I feel that everybody should learn, everybody should learn, everybody should learn. So I teach everybody, okay? But then the one whom I taught, that person starts going up. Then I start feeling insecure. And that's why best thing is not to teach. This is what person does. So this is today's Vardhan is pehle aap, no pehle aap, pehle me, not aap. Because there is a risk in pehle aap. Because if that person goes ahead, then, you know, when I was doctor, I was learning doctor, even now learning, but junior, very, very junior. So my sister, my senior doctor used to tell me, see, now they praise you so much for whatever you do, okay? If you become consultant, okay, so probably they will stop because then they will become your rivals. Junior doctor, when he does something, so all senior doctors, they praise him so much. Oh, you did so good, you managed the patient so well. When he is there, we don't have to even come and see the patient. Whatever you have written, this is final. This is how all our consultants used to tell us. But a day comes then we become also at their level, then they stop praising. Earlier they used to recommend, go to that doctor, he is my student, go to him. But then they find that many people are going to him, then they stop recommending. Because now the student has become a master and is becoming a rival. So jealousy arises. No, stop, pehle aap. So this is what happens. So pehle aap, in whatever Baba says, whatever speciality you have, you donate that speciality. It will not decrease. Don't worry. Let him become popular. It's fine. But you will gain more. Sangeetagya, all the greatest Sangeetagya of the world, they saw the proper disciple pupil and taught him everything. And when they will go ahead, it will be actually your victory. It will be Guru's victory, not the disciples. Okay? Any other point? So, speech, action, row, gifts, toli, food. We are not discussing pehle main, we are discussing pehle aap. So don't bring those points of Purusharth. In Purusharth, pehle me, first I. So pehle aap, any other point? Any last? Yeah? Yeah. Nikharna, what you try to hone their skills. You try to sharpen their skill. You try to recognize their skill. You know, everybody is like an raw diamond sort of. Somebody should be there, Ratna Parki, who will pick up, yes, this is the one. You have to, about 10 people are there, but you know this person has got something else. He is not ordinary. You pick him up from there, that raw thing, and then you sharpen it. Let the flower blossom. So helping others in developing their own specialities. Let them become that full-fledged flower. So that is also pehle aap. So helping others, cooperating others, making others go ahead. This is all what Baba means by pehle aap. And that's what last definition Baba has given of ever ready, who love Father, who love Brahmin family, and who love world service. These are the people who would be called ever ready. So just as Father's main virtue is you first, so follow the Father in this virtue. Today's blessing. Okay? Om Shanti.